Hello everybody and welcome to Formula 2 here at the Circuit de Spa-Francorchamps. We're back for the first time since 2020 and this racetrack has a lot of painful memories. We raced this weekend as always in honour of the late great Antoine Hubert. Let's take a look around this Circuit de Spa-Francorchamps and on the other side it's race time. Let's take a look around the Spa-Francorchamps circuit in Belgium. 7 kilometres long, 19 turns with 9 to the left and 10 to the right. 2 DRS detection zones. It is the highest and longest track of the year. Starting a lap then on board with one of the McLarens. Downhill towards turn 1. The Lawson hairpin. Down to second gear, 95 kilometres an hour. Control the exit, don't put too many wheels wide as you head down the National Straight. Coming in to the Red Water Eau Rouge, flat out 8th gear to 315 as you climb the hill to the top of Radillon and come down the Camel Straight, 8th gear, 325 kilometres an hour. You're flat out with the DRS as you drop down all the way to the Lacombe chicane, 4th gear, 180. Rise that up as you come into Malmedy now in 6th gear and 235 kilometres. Drop down towards Ravage, down to 4th gear, 140 kilometres. Drop down to 3rd of the track. Grip hasn't got it as you come into Speaker's Corner through turn 9. Flat out then towards Podium at turns 10 and 11. Flat out, 8th gear usually at 290 kilometres an hour at the exit as you rise up towards the Fania chicane. Drop all the way down, 5th gear, 175 kilometres an hour as you brave your way through to Stavolo. Down, 6th gear. Down to 4th gear at the exit. Curve de Port Frere, you're in 7th gear, 295 kilometres an hour as you rise up, 310, 325 kilometres an hour as you blast through turn 16, the first part of the fearsome Blanchimont now, flat out if you dare, before you come into the modified bus stop chicane, all the way down to, once again, 2nd gear, just 110 kilometres an hour, ride the curbs, control the exit, fire it to the line, and that is a lap of Spa-Francorchamps. Previously on Formula 2.
Richard Verschoor sees the checkered flag first. It's Teo Porcher.
I love you, alright.
Oh, big crash in the background there. It's Liam Lawson breezing by. No one had the beating of this man. This is classic Felipe Drugovich stuff. That was complete domination. Marcus Armstrong takes victory. Oh, and it's Lasani. Teo Porcher wins at Imola. The boy from Brazil is going to do the double.
That's how we do it, baby.
For the first time in Formula 2, Dennis Hauger wins. It's Drugovich, it's Porcher. Felipe Drugovich wins on the streets of Monte Carlo. Oh, big crash there. Frederick Vesti is the winner. Oh, Yuri Vips has hit the wall. Here's the moment for Dennis Hauger.
Jack Doohan is the race winner. Big accident there.
The halo saving a life. Marcus Armstrong takes the sprint.
I don't think I can bring it home.
That could be an issue with the stewards. Porcher diving ahead of Drugovich. Liam Lawson brilliantly wins. Ayumu Iwasa absolutely dominates. Oh, Lawson, that's aggressive. Jack Doohan takes victory. Teo Porcher brilliantly wins in Budapest to reignite the championship battle. It's
Game on as Formula 2 returns from its summer break and we head to Spa-Francorchamps. For the first time since 2020, the Junior Series will make its appearance here, a circuit which over the years has had some painful memories. We race in honour of Antoine Hubert. who would want us to continue on this amazing 7-kilometre circuit, 4.352 miles as well. 2 DRS zones, 1 down the start-finish straight, 1 on the run up the hill towards turn 5 as well, down the Kemmel straight towards Le Combes. In 2020, Giotto made a fantastic move at the top of Radillon as well, completely side by side, managing to save it as well. Dan Tinctum and Roy Nazani side by side in the main race on Sunday and made contact as well. Tinctum getting a bit of a ticking off from the stewards, and Schumacher and Masashita. Schumacher diving up the inside back in 2020. And all still to be seen, of course, is the start procedure. We are in a delay here as well. Hello to Theo, hello to SHT. We are in a delay after the F1 qualifying got delayed, which means that this 45-minute plus 1 lap race will start at 15 minutes past the hour, which is coming up shortly as well. So this is why we're in a delayed period. 18 laps ahead of us. There you can see the starting grid alongside as well. The sprint race grid has been reversing the top 12 from what we saw in qualifying. But it's Felipe Drugovich who had the maximum honours, and this was on the way to the grid. Johan Jaruvela will not be taking part in this race. He has stopped out on the track, and this is big news, Simthal. Johan Jaruvela is out of the race before it's even begun.
Yeah, very bad news for him for sure. He would have started this race from P2 on the grid on the front row, so this is bad news for him. Is he still allowed to start a race if he can get the car fixed?
I think if he can get back to the pit lane, he can start, can't he? Because it's a question if it's outside assistance or not. I think he might just be okay on the basis of that. But good afternoon to you, Synthal. You well? You doing well?
Absolutely, and I'm ready for some more racing. We've seen an incredible Formula 3 race earlier today, and I'm looking forward to this Formula 2 race as well.
Calling the start as well, so that's going to be fun to hear as well, as we always try and divvy up a bit, and it's nice to hear. I hope you got it ready for you, because turn 1's going to be an absolute nightmare here. Let's have a look at the chat. Why Jaruvela, says Ashwan as well. Yeah, I know. One of our most exciting drivers out of the race already. SHT says, I'm very excited for the F1 race tomorrow. Mixed starting grid, and with these new cars, we could possibly see some dramas coming into turn 1 on the race start. Alonso third on the grid. Albon is 6th. Yeah, that's the F1 race tomorrow. It's a very topsy-turvy. But for the F2 race today, we've got Boschung leading, Jaruvela second as well, but not starting second. So Ralph Boschung's got the perfect opportunity. And of course, returning to the championship is Ralph Boschung after being injured and being away from the championship for quite so many months as well, Sim. It's nice to see him back.
Yeah, it's been a while, and it's going to be a very interesting one. Of course, Belgium is one of the favorite tracks, and not for no reason at all, so it's a lot of overtakes.
There is Richard Verschoor, starts 4th on the starting grid as well. We'll go through this full grid in a few moments' time. Not everyone is actually in position, with the race being delayed around about 20 minutes due to the Formula 1 starting at 25 minutes past the hour due to the barrier being needed to be repaired. It sort of shifted the entire schedule, so we're not entirely worried because Formula 2 usually is quite quick, and there is a cut-off time anyway. We now only, to do this 45-minute plus 1 lap race, we now only get an hour to complete it before sunset. And the cut-off for track action here, which is at 7:30 here in Belgium, is the cut-off time, and we'll be starting racing at 6:30. So do you see, that's the cut-off time that we've been trying to avoid all morning as they come through. Still, it's going to be 18 laps ahead of us for the Belgian sprint race here. Tweet deck is already open, as Theo Portier fan club says, who's ready for the sprint race? Portier will be 3rd in the starting grid. Felipe Drugovich, though, the championship leader, by some considerable margin, since starts 10th on the grid as well, and it's going to be a different setting for him down towards turn 1 today.
Yep, yeah, he's got pole position, so reverse top 10 I think it is, so he started from P10 on the grid, championship leader, and Pucher starts this sprint race from P3, so maybe he can try to close up a little bit to Drugovich to make it a bit more exciting in the championship.
Little Alice says support. Unfortunately, we lost 3-2. That wasn't the Manchester United game, was it? Have United been playing today? I know you won't know, Synthel, but I'm asking a little owl there, just in case. We haven't actually looked at the starting grid, I've just been informed. That's a bit of a weird one, that we haven't actually seen it yet, and we're about to start from the grid, so I'll talk you through it. This is the starting grid. Ralph Boschung's on pole position, Jan Jaruvila is second, but of course he won't start second on the grid. Theo Poitier is third, Richard Verschoor fourth, Liam Lawson fifth, David Beckman is sixth, Jack Doohan is 7th, Logan Sargent is 8th, Enzo Fittipaldi 9th, and Felipe Drugovic starting 10th. Oh, and actually, here is the starting grid to talk us through it as well. So it is pole position for Boschung, but Johan Jaruvila is now confirmed he will not start this race. Row 2, Theo Poitier and Richard Verschoor. Row 3 of the grid sees Liam Lawson alongside David Beckman. And row 4, Jack Doohan alongside Logan Sargent. Doohan spun in qualifying yesterday, actually locked the rear tyres when it was mixed conditions as well. 5th row sees Enzo Fittipaldi and Felipe Drugovic. Row 6, starting 11th, halfway through the field, Dennis Hauger. 12th for Marcus Armstrong as well. And row 7, it's Awuma Wassa alongside Frederick Vesti. 8th row of the grid, 15th and 16th on the grid as well. Roy Nazani alongside Clement Novalak. And then on row 8, we get to see row 9, Marino Sato and Callum Williams. And the 10th row of the grid sees Lorin Zendelli and Emile Cordial on home soil. Starts 20th. Big cheer there in the background. Tatiana Calderon returns to the championship. She's starting 21st, and Yuri Vips starts 22nd with a penalty as well, which put him down the back on into 22nd as well for this sprint race. The engines fire up. We're almost ready to go for the parade lap. And who are you going to be counting towards today, Synthel?
Oh, yeah, well, I think Poitier is going to have a good chance for this race. And I'm hoping for sure, of course, as being Dutch. So, well, we'll see.
If Cordial wins this race from 20th on the grid, I will be amazed, considering his track record in this series hasn't been all that great. Anyway, just zooming in for people who want to read more of the commentary but couldn't, so there you go, as they come through. And that's Logan Sargent on board as well, just getting ready to get going. So, 15 seconds until the formation lap. The field has been set. The dandelions can grow in the side, to which it's green light, and the formation lap starts now. Away we go then. And Ralph Boschung sets away. Theo Poitier effectively starts second on the grid because there's no Johan Jaruvila. Turn 1 should be pretty easy for Ralph Boschung. And all 21 cars starting this race have got away from the grid quite clearly. We'll be hearing from the top 3 shortly, but turn 1, Synth, it's going to be dramatic as well, and down towards the first corner is going to be even more exciting.
Absolutely. Now with the new gravel there, it's going to be a lot more tight for the drivers, because we've seen in the past a lot that drivers, could just take the runoff.
Here's the top 3 in reverse order.
From P3, I can expect a race win for sure. I just want to give my best. I hope we will have a good car. We will work hard. I will help the team to recover from that tough day. But yeah, we are ready for it, and I think the race will be spectacular as well. So let's enjoy it.
And this is P1.
I want to stay realistic. For sure, it's better to start on pole than in the back. So I think we can have a shot at potentially a podium or a win. Obviously, the race pace was always kind of a bit of our problem in the past. So, it's going to be tough.
And many people asking as well, why isn't Jaruvila starting this race? Little Owl included, saying, well, he's actually stopped on his way to the grid as well. I'm being informed from Hazel Southwell that it is a mechanism randomly selecting victim as well, because the car gave way on the run up to the grid on the way over from the support paddock as well. So the car's just died on him. Not sure why, but it's just gone. So presumably it's something with the engine that we've been seeing so far this weekend, again playing a factor. But still, the racing today is just going to be fantastic. And we had a great Formula 3 race this morning, Synthel, as well. I've been talking to Josh all day. We had a great race this morning, Synth, in Formula 3 and Formula 2. We don't want a red flag, but we want the same quality of racing.
Absolutely. Of course, there are not 30 cars here in Formula 2, but still we can often see a lot of great racing in Formula 2. Obviously we're going to hope we won't see because of an accident we saw in Formula 3. But furthermore, there was a lot of great battles, and definitely gonna hope we'll see that today as well for Formula 2.
Cars will be coming up towards the grid then as well. Confirmed that Johan Jaruvalo will not be starting this race as well. He is already in the media pen, so I presume we'll be hearing from him if someone managed to get hold of him. Track temperature is at 20.8 degrees, air temperature 16 degrees, wind speed 1.2 meters per second, as well 79% humidity. Track's dry at the moment. There's been a few spots of rain around all day, but it hasn't actually thrown it down as well as they come through. Ralph Boschung will be lining up on pole position. Theo Pourchaire will follow slightly behind him. The first driver on the right-hand side of the grid as we look at it will be Richard Verschoor with David Beckman just behind him. It's the 15 of Ralph Boschung who will start on pole position though. Coming at the back, Yuri Vips is going to take the start procedure as well. Drivers already, teams already, anticipations already, as Yuri Vips lines up on the back to you, Synthel.
Yeah, Yuri Vips on the back, waiting for him to start on the grip. He obviously is good qualifying, but spun lost yesterday. Here we go then, looking at the front. Boschung on pole position, we've got 5 lights on. Who's going to get the best start? We're on our way. Boschung should get away well enough to stay ahead because there's no one on P2. Oh, and Lawson is onto the grass. He's been pushed off by Pourchaire and he's almost going to take P2. 3 wide nearly to the first corner. And I think Theo Pourchaire is going to lose that P3 from Leo Lawson, who's got an incredible start from P5 on the grid. Everybody has made it through the first corner as we go up to our Rouge Radion now.
Whoa.
Side by side. Oh, so close to the wall there. They're nearly going 3 wide here as well. Drogovic is on the left-hand side there. Everybody seems to have made it through so far.
They have indeed made it through as it's side by side on the run down the walls to the back straight away. 3 abreast as well as Liam Lawson's already in the slipstream trying to pass Ralph Boschung. Round the outside comes Jack Doohan trying to go for third. Up the inside as well. That's Richard Verschoor making sure third is his. And there comes as well Dragovic in the action. Pourchaire looks to the inside and Dragovic can't get through. What a fantastic start that was from Liam Lawson. Dragovic is defending from the back. I think that's from Marcus Armstrong as well. No, it's from David Beckman. Beckman's defending there as well. It looks like it's going to rain. Can you see the sort of like the spots starting to come up and the little heat haze that we're getting that it always sort of illuminates when it rains. But fantastic start from Ralph Boschung. Liam Lawson second. Richard Verschoor third. And Jaruvalo is officially out of the race. He's already dropped down the timing screen. But what a start. And Lawson taken to the grass on the inside into La Source, getting the lead of the race. 18 laps to complete then here. And it's an interesting opening lap here actually. There's not much more action as I thought there would be. I was amazed since they all got it through, as you said, through the top of Eau Rouge and Radion safely.
Yeah, it was close to contact, that's for sure, but not a good start from Theo Pourchaire, not like he would have wanted. And Drogovic is already right behind him, so the top 2 in the championship are right close to each other. Drogovic got an incredible start then from P10 on the grid,
and look
as
at,
we see.
Yeah, look at Marcus Armstrong as well. He's right on the attack. I think I can't tell who's on the back of actually. He's putting to the outside.
Lawson.
It's on to Beckman as Lawson trying to pass Boschung, not working from the back and the forward. But did Armstrong get ahead of Beckman? I think he did across the timing line. He's Armstrong showing ahead of Beckman. So we haven't seen it further back yet, and the timing tower hasn't opened yet. So we can't even see the correct running order at the moment. And yes, he did. Armstrong did get ahead of David Beckman back there on the last lap.
Yeah, there's the time, so it's still Boschung in the lead. Lawson from P5 up to P2. Look at the smoke from the back of the car bottoming out in Eau Rouge Radion. It's incredible. But it's all so far very well. And look at this. Lawson's going so quick on the straight. He's going to attack Boschung for the lead.
Woohoo! Around the outside goes Liam Lawson and takes the lead of the sprint race here at Spa. And it was a brilliant move. And Beckman's repassed Armstrong. Armstrong's gone back through as well to take 7th position. Hauger and Awasa are swapping positions over P10 as well. But a fabulous start from the Carling of Liam Lawson. And he's moved up in the first 2 laps of this race from 5th to 1st. Brilliant. Game on.
Yeah, just like we saw in F3 actually, from P5 to P1. This is on board with Iwas from the start.
Awase moves immediately in front of his teammate as well. Started 13th up to 11th, but did he get a whack into La Source because he's dropped 2 places? No, looks okay to me through the first corner, so I wonder what happened there to cause that.
Sure, Rouge was chaotic. They nearly looked like they were going to go 3 wide. Luckily they didn't. Look at Lawson then. Got a great start and he's been pushed onto the grass there.
by Pourchaire as well. I wonder if that might be a penalty for Pourchaire, but Lawson got through on the inside. Beckman as well as Verschoor and Doohan were all sort of running together. And then look at Lawson, he had no speed coming out of La Source, and that allowed Pourchaire to think about the outside manoeuvre on the run up the hill. And I was honestly convinced we're going to see another accident at the top of the hill, but honestly everyone got through amazingly. This is Dragovic, started 10th, now P6, just moving through the field, and they're not standing still.
Yeah, it was close. We can see, I hope we're going to see it soon, because after Eau Rouge, he nearly was going to try to dive down the inside of Beckman. Here you can see it. But it was closer when it looked like Beckman was just going to turn in. And there was someone on the outside as well, so they nearly made it 3 wide. Or it looks a little less. Now look at this. Oh. Nearly caused an accident, but good for him that he backed out of it.
Fabulous. Absolutely fabulous. This is some great racing we're seeing here today at Spa-Francorchamps. As again moves further back, that is the 20 of Richard Verschoor as well. Liam Lawson's at the fast lap of the race as well. 2 minutes 1.740 as he's under attack as well from Boschong. He's not letting this one go. Dragovic is under attack from Armstrong, who's trying to look around the outside. Meantime, further back as well, I think that's Callum Williams, as it is, passing Roy Nazani. And Nazani back on the inside. Cordeal passing Tatiana Calderon as well further back as the picture breaks up on my end. It's all good now, but this is an amazing strategy we're seeing so far. And this again proving we can have good racing here at Spa.
Yeah, absolutely. And DRS is enabled as well now, so that could also cause some more overtakes, some more battles later on the Camel Straight. As this is Sargent, it is.
Yes, I think
currently
so, yeah.
in P9.
Sargent,
he's actually dropped the position.
Yeah, started 8th, didn't he? So Sargent's lost a place on the start there as the setting sun once again provides a backdrop for this Formula 2 race so late in the day due to all the delays that we've had as well. It's 6:24 p.m. over in Belgium at the moment as well and in Central Europe, and that's why the cut-off time is 7:30. So they haven't got long to complete this race. Got another 38 minutes left on the clock as things currently stand, as well as right now you can hear the cars revving past as they fly in towards Blanchimont at full speed, and that is the number 6 of Logan Sargent into P9 at the moment and chasing down David Beckman in 8th position. Still can't find a way through.
Yeah, I wonder if Dragovic is going to be able to keep up and maybe even attack Pourchaire. That could obviously be a crucial battle for the championship.
Absolutely, and that's indeed because the championship at the moment, Felipe Dragovic leads on 180 points, but that gap that he had throughout the season with 3 feature race wins and 1 sprint race victory, Pourchaire has 3 feature race wins, but Dragovic had a horrible weekend on the one after in Monaco. So Pourchaire is actually now only on 159 points, so he's only 21 points back. That's not an awful lot in this terms of the weekend, as we again see moves further back as Lawson being defensive against Boschong as well. Boschong trying to find every which way through, but it's just not working out. Verschoor has dropped a second back, but still the top 6 all within a second of each other. It's Armstrong where the gap starts to come in at 1.3 seconds.
Yeah, it's really close to each other. Boschong with the DRS on the Camel Straight really closed up, but he was just a little bit too far to make the move on Liam Lawson. Maybe this lap if he can manage to get closer.
Hopefully so, as look at that, Lawson up 4 places, Armstrong's up 5, Dragovic up 4 as well, Williams up 4, Vips up 5 as well, started 22nd and now is up into 17th position as well. So it's Jan Jaruvula who has stopped on the circuit and hasn't started this race after stopping on the lap. The Little Owl says, I love Liam Lawson as well. What a start. Absolutely fantastic get through as well. Here's the Drivers' Championship as it stands. Dragovic plus 3 points, Pourchaire plus 4, Sargent and no scoring points here because he's 9th and points go down to 8th in the F2 sprint. So Dragovic will be on 185, Pourchaire on 163 points at the moment, but everything can change here in the sprint race on the Saturday afternoon. Main points are now on Sundays for the feature race.
Absolutely, and it looks like Pourchaire is attacking a little bit more than he's defending to Dragovic, so maybe he can get a little bit more points, but of course there's not too many points given out for the sprint, and it's all about tomorrow where Dragovic will start from pole.
Yep, Dragovic on pole tomorrow, and he's going to go out to the maximum 25 points for a feature race victory as well. As we see, this is Pourchaire versus Dragovic. The gap at the moment is 0.5 in a second, maybe 0.6 as it comes through. Smoke billowing out from the oils as they bottom through the bottom of the hill at Eau Rouge, rise up the crest to the top of the hill where Radion is. And everybody always gets it wrong as well. As Dragovic is in the just in the slipstream. Everyone always gets it wrong as well. Eau Rouge is the bottom of the hill. The one up the hill's no name. Lawson right there. Oh, Lawson's complaining his rear tyres are gone already. And he started on the medium compound, so Lawson's tyres are gone. That's unbelievable.
Yeah, no mandatory pit stop in the sprint race, so he shouldn't be making a pit stop this race.
It is a 7 kilometre lap. We've done 4 laps complete. This is lap 5 we're on now, and it's really started to hammer it down. And also, what I was saying was, yeah, the bottom of the hill is Eau Rouge, running up the hill's nothing, and the top of the hill is Radion.
Okay, mate. This is just the point where the rear tyres are peaking. You should settle down.
Ah, okay, so he's been told that this is only where Lawson's rear tyres are starting to come into temperature, so they've washed away the initial rubber, and now they're getting into their sweet spot. So Lawson's just experiencing the crossover phase, it looks like. So nothing too bad. Yeah, so bottom of the hill is Eau Rouge, run up the hill is still Eau Rouge, top of the hill, the flick towards the left, that's Radion actually, just to let you know, because I hate it when WTF1 fans say it's not Radion, because Radion is the top of the hill only. Eau Rouge is still the bottom of the run up. It always gets me. Turn 4 is Radion. Look at a track map as they come through. And this is Jack Doohan on the attack on Richard Verschoor. They're all playing a bit too safe out here today, aren't they? Synthil, they're not having a go at each other as I thought they might do.
Yeah, maybe it's a little bit more difficult, but now it looks like Doohan is close. Lawson pushing doesn't have any DRS anymore on Lawson, so Lawson really pulling away, trying to. So that battle might be settled for now, but maybe later on he can close up a little bit more. But now Doohan on the straight, is he going to be close enough with DRS? It looks like he is.
Yeah, he's going to have the DRS on the run down the Camel Straight. Verschoor's in 3rd position, a prime candidate for the taking as well. Look how much speed. Oh, he does the dummy. Verschoor goes to the inside. Doohan sends it around the outside with a great move. And black and white flag for Vesti for track limits already as Jack Doohan improves on his poor qualifying performance yesterday and goes up into 3rd position here today. And
early for a track limit white flag, black and white flag.
Only lap 6 of 18 as well, so what's he done? Is this it? Oh, this is Doohan's move again. Talk us through it, Tim.
Yeah, just it's just such a long straight, so if you're close enough with slipstream and DRS, there's no chance for Verschoor to defend, and he was already ahead before the braking, so this is Mick Doohan.
Oh, motorcycling legend out there as well, watching his son Jack Doohan taking part as well in Formula 2. They went the other way. Instead of 2 wheels, Jack went 4. And I think Mick prefers him to be on 4 because he knows exactly how dangerous 2 wheels can be. Look at Pourchaire sliding through Stabilo as well. He was sort of caught off guard there as well by Richard Verschoor, also going for a little slide. And there's a lot more action taking part on this track today than what we thought there might be. So much more as they head out the Côte de Porphyre towards Blanchimont. Pourchaire's catching Verschoor ever so slowly. It's like he's in the track. It's like he's on a fishing line into the bus stop.
Yeah, he's definitely pulling towards him with the slipstream, but it's just a bit too far. 2 DRS zones on this track. It's right here after the bus stop chicane, or it's now just a chicane, of course. But with DRS, it's a very short straight, so it's not really easy to overtake. And after Radion, you've got a long camel straight with DRS, where it's quite easy to overtake if you're close enough.
Yeah, right on the attack, right pushing hard as well. Let's keep our fingers crossed that this can actually stay safe as they're potting again at Eau Rouge and running up the hill again as well. This is lap 7. We've completed 6 laps of the race so far. The setting sun making these F2 cars glisten fantastically as well as they head down the Camel Straight once again towards the comms. And to be fair, I thought Pourchaire was going to have a move there on the attack of Verschoor. He thought about it as he ride with Pourchaire now. As I'm now cutting back to the heli camera. He thought about it, didn't he? He's going for it. Yeah. Maybe down the hill as Vips passes Novalak for 16th position. This is just a game of how long can you last your tyres, because everyone else is going to slipstream for the rest of the race.
Yeah, absolutely. And well defended from Verschoor. I think he moved right just a little bit, which got Pourchaire out. As he tried to make a move on the inside, but he's really close, but just a little bit too far this time out. but if he can be faster throughout the lap, he can be close enough the next lap to get past him, and Drukovic will be watching behind him.
Pushing, trying to have an attack as well. And Poitier once again just sliding the rear as well. Oh, there he goes through Fania, and very nearly had an Armstrong radio
Here
now.
from Armstrong.
He's struggling. Let's see if we can have him.
So let's see if we can have him as well. And just listen to the cars singing through as Poitier closing in again on Vachon. Lawson's got a 1.4 second lead to Bosch, and Lawson is just dominating this race now, isn't he? Since he's just gone, taken off and gone. Half distance.
Yeah, he's doing a very good job. 1.6 now. He's definitely pulling away. And yeah, like this, he's definitely going to win this race from P5 on the grid, just like in Formula 3.
Yeah, just like in Formula 3, more switching around in places, as that's what we'd like to see. This is great. Great. It's a perfect end to today's racing, I think, as well.
Yeah, there's a massive train here. Look at that.
I always get scared when there's a massive train at Spa, because one wrong move and we get a NASCAR, IndyCar big one on ovals. That's how dangerous it can get. As Poitier was just on the mix there, wasn't he? Trying to look through. And that's Poitier looking on the inside of Vachon into the com. Didn't make the move stick as well, just backed out of it. Because if he went for it, that would have been contact.
Yeah, like we saw in Formula 3 as well with Sullivan and Correa. But that cost him a little bit to try and go down the inside there. But yeah, you can't really dive down it. It's not really like a sharp corner. It's a pretty fast one. So you can't really easily dive down the inside there if you're not close enough.
Yeah, it's got to really take your time and just make sure everything's safe and sound as they come back through. Lawson leads 2 seconds to Boschung, doing his 5 seconds back now from the leader as well. So Lawson can effectively get that 3 or 5 second time penalty and be perfectly okay the way he's pulling out here today. In F2, 18 laps, so lap 9 will be half distance of this race as well. As come through. Someone remind me I'm going to take drinks to his own barbecue, dear me, which I'm going to after this race finishes. Poitier in P5 now, closing down to the shore. And I don't want to say anticlimactic, but that's what it is, isn't it, today? F2 is not really doing anything. Whoa,
No,
Poitier locks up. Okay, there you go. Poitier locks up and then he runs into the back of Vachon. Okay, thank you, Theo. Spicing things up for me.
That's ruined his chance of trying to be able to overtake Vachon this lap, though.
Yeah,
Double lockup.
Djokovic might take him. That's even more crucial for the championship if Djokovic passes him. Talk us through it then, Since. What happened to Poitier?
Yeah, it looked like it was a double lockup, which is quite a big one. I'm not sure how he did it. It was really close, going quickly with the slipstream and front left and then front right as well as he tried to turn in. It's cost him quite some time into the chicane.
Actually, Josh is right. Nothing's happening. Synthol, rejoin. Then something might happen. That your curse of the commentator might kick in. Although I'd rather take another 9 dull laps and get out of here on time as well and have some time anyway. Lawson, 2.3 now ahead of Boschung. Go on.
You can't really overtake in a DRS train because the car ahead of you also got DRS, and then the car behind you got DRS, but yourself got DRS, and you can't run really close up on the straights. And even with DRS in the car ahead of you without DRS, like we see with Poitier on for sure, it's still just a little bit too far most of the time to overtake. You really got to be close enough, and you got to be confidently much quicker than the car ahead, and to be able to overtake.
Yeah, and really pushing hard now as well as Sargent, who started 8th, is currently 9th, as Synthol said earlier on, dropped to position. Trying to get that position back by passing Marcus Armstrong, and it's not working out all too well, I'm afraid, at the moment. And the field now calming down. Only one retirement, that was before the race had even started, so everyone else that started this race currently finished. And lap 9 seems to be lasting an eternity. Each lap is taking 2 minutes to complete. We've got 26 minutes left of the race of the 45 plus 1 lap, so under green flag conditions this might actually work out quite well. But Formula 2, when it's quiet, is when it's most dangerous, because anything can happen, as we see now the back of Wassa closing in as we cut to the front now, as well as we see Logan Sargent closing in on David Beckman trying to make for the move.
Yep, but Beckman also got DRS, I think, but
Yes,
he's
he
really
has,
close behind him.
So many trains, as you say, just taking part as well as we come into La Source. And is Sargent going to get a better exit? He's got the DRS on the run as well. Having the exit of Rouge and Radion. He just needs to get a good slipstream, but this is certainly the closest he's been so far in this race. Up the top of the hill, top of Radion, slings it through. DRS will be open now. And can he have the toe down the Kemmel Straight towards Lecombe? He's a bit too far back, isn't he, Sargent?
Yeah, and Beckman got DRS as well.
Yeah, off the back of Armstrong. So that's not helpful.
Capaldi defending from Nissani. A little battle here going on.
Over
Now you can
12.
hit the switchback, but you can't really overtake through this section. Oh,
Someone's put a
got
wheel
a
grass.
bit of gravel.
Was it? It wasn't Boschong, but Boschong's got broke. Look at that. Brake discs are glowing for Ralph Boschong as well in the front. And
Yeah.
takes in the apex just a bit nicely there. And honestly, nothing is actually happening. I'm really surprised. It's a really quiet F2 race. So
It is.
Yeah, I've said it again now. Even Josh is saying, he keeps saying it. Quiet. Because it is. It's the most quiet race we've had and the most quiet action we've had. As a B is in front of me now in the commentary box, so that's terrifying me. There is an actual bee surrounding me in the commentary box and I really can't move.
They're saving the actions for tomorrow during the feature.
The bee's gone. Whew. It was just circling me for about 30 seconds. Yeah, they're all saving the cars and the tyres for the feature race tomorrow morning, because feature race is actually an hour earlier than what it normally is.
It's yeah, they're just saving the action and the drama, the chaos for tomorrow. Just that's it.
I'll take it. And Sargent trying to come through on the inside line now again. Sargent just cannot get through, and Wassa and Fittipaldi Sattling and Hauger throwing in there as well, trying to find ways through. Wassa's got the DRS as well down the start finish straight. I don't think he made the move though, did he, Zenith?
No, Hauger didn't have DRS. It just surprised me.
Yeah,
So
I was
just-
1.6 behind Sargent, so Sargent's pulled out that gap.
Yes, but can Wassa then try and overtake him if he doesn't have DRS, Hauger?
Oh, Beckman doesn't have DRS. He's a second behind Armstrong, so Beckman might just get past here by Sargent if he's close enough. Where are they on the field? There's Beckman. There's Sargent.
Nope.
He's still too far back, and same for Hauger as well as Wassa can't get through, despite Hauger not having the DRS. Oh, and Cordial's past Sato. First overtake for a while.
Been a while, yeah. But it looks like Wassa might be close enough soon to overtake. Could be.
Meanwhile, it's lap 11, and if you needed a bedtime story, this race might just do it for you as well. As I'm not even standing up in the comms box, I've sat down because there's no point standing for anything exciting, especially after the F2. Oh, yellow flags!
Oh.
That's
Big
why!
change. Oh, Sargent!
Sargent spun in, and he throws it
in
into the wall!
Oh, that's got an impact in pull on, and it's gonna be a safety car.
Curse of the commentator. Safety cars deployed. Wow.
Well, here we go.
Right, that'll spice it up then. That'll neutralise the DRS trains. Let's hope Sargent's okay. We were on board when it happened as well. He was going through Puong, and Sargent puts it in the wall by losing the rear. And I thought he was going to get collected by someone there because he's right in the middle of the track. But he just drifts off into the barrier. Safety cars deployed. So now we go into a procedure where we'll have 2 laps behind the safety car, then a quick sprint to the end. That'll do it. So that's the thing that needed to happen. And Sargent is, I always say, when it's quiet, it's when something's about to happen. And Sargent puts it in the wall.
Safety car speed, safety car.
Yes.
We might see it now as well. It was quite an impact for Sargent as well. Of course, Poon is one of the fastest corners on the circuit. So, oh, look, a pit stop, Drogovic.
Oh, wow.
Isn't it? Or is it?
It's and Hauger. So Drogovic and Hauger come into the pit lane. They think that they put on some soft compound tyres, the red striped Pirellis. They are going to have the opportunity, and several cars coming in. Nazani's coming in. Callum Williams, Frederick Vesti, Marino Sato, Cordial coming in. The Rims Deli, they're all pitting. So half the field are going to be on soft compound tyres, half are going to be on old mediums. Well, Logan Sargent has just spiced this race up massively as they all take on new tyres. This is great. Exactly what we needed.
Yeah, sometimes you just gotta wait for the things to happen. And this is racing as well.
Unsafe release. Armstrong into the path as well. There's Callum Williams into the path of Roy Nazani. Into the pit lane. They're okay. And they've got out, but that's definitely an unsafe release there for, I think, Roy Nazani as he came out ahead. No, it would be for... I'm being told it's Callum Williams.
Roy Nazani got ahead.
Yeah. Wow.
But I'm not sure, I didn't see it. He's okay, that's good news.
That's great to see Sargent's okay. He's into the medical car now as well with Dr. Ian Roberts and Bruno Corella, who's still going to take him back to the pit lane. Of course, no more Alan van der Merwe. Talk us through it, Synth. This is what happened to Sargent. Coming through Podium.
Yeah. So I didn't expect it was going to be him, so I wasn't really focusing. So what's going to happen here? Not touching too much curb or anything. Oh,
that's weird.
It's gone away from him very quick. Nothing he could do. And oh, that's quite a big impact for him. So it's good news that he's cut out of the car. He's just gone really quickly.
That's...
So maybe some wind or...
That's just snapped on him. It's just gone. Mid-corner. I wonder if the rear's locked, because I didn't see any of the... Look, the rear tyres didn't move at all. So I wonder if the rear tyre's locked and it spat him around quite quickly.
Maybe, I'm not sure, but... Maybe they're not going full throttle yet at that part, because I'm not sure. It's quite a more sharp, difficult corner in Formula 2. So maybe he just put his foot down a little too early, but it's very difficult to see from this angle. And it just, as soon as it gone away from him, there was nothing he could do about it.
Yeah, nothing at all. As we just get a text message coming through as well that this race safety car will be in 2 laps. They're thinking as well. Whereas at the moment, let's take another look. This is the unsafe release from the pit lane look. So this will be Callum Williams into the path of Roy Nazani and that's another one. That's ART. So that is Vesti. Yeah, into the path of another car.
I think it's Calderon.
Yes, it was Tatiana. Yeah. Little Owl says either it's pure genius or Ferrari strategy. Josh says pit stops in sprints. Lol. Yeah, it seems to be what's happening.
Yeah.
It's weird. It's never been done.
No, it's a long circuit, and apparently the guys are struggling with tires enough that they feel like the softs would give them such an advantage that they can overtake everything and regain the time they've lost during the pit stop. Quite an interesting one.
Yeah, and you know what? If it makes them happy, I'll go for it. I'll take it.
But it does mean we'll see a lot of overtakes.
Yes.
Should mean it we'll see a lot of overtakes.
With only a couple of laps left as well. 18 minutes plus 1 lap remain. We're on lap 13 now of 18. And let's hear from Jack Doohan.
Okay, so top 10 now is going to be on used tracks. From there on, people has boxed for auctions.
Yeah. So it is really half the grid.
Yeah. Because half the grid are on old mediums. Half the grid are on brand new softs. Well, this is going to be ludicrously brilliant. Are we going to hear from Logan Sargent then? Liam Lawson as well, the race leader. Yes, we are. Here he is.
We hear from Liam. Both in with brakes or tyres. We're doing second gear, third gear on the whole lap.
Okay, mate.
Basically, just keep those tyres in temperature.
I don't think Lawson has to worry though, because there are quite a lot of cars between them and the soft runners. So
yeah.
For him, it shouldn't really be an issue, I think.
Fingers crossed, eh? Fingers crossed.
Yeah, I'd be surprised if if those softer tires will be that big of an advantage for them.
So it's coming up then. I think the safety car is going to be in this lap. They've recovered the car from the Puong section. We're coming through it now, actually, at turns 10 and 11. And if the car of Logan Sargent has gone, we'll be in for a restart here. 20 cars remain. And there is the JCB recovering the car now. So, yeah.
It's a long way to go, so I think we could go in this lap.
Yep, should be green this lap. The car's off. Track's in. Put it in this lap. Safety car in this lap. Go on, let's go racing. We no need to do another lap. All done. We're at turn 10. You've got quite a way to go. Let's bring the safety car in this lap, shall we? Because the field's bunched up. Cars are happy. Everything's happy. Let's do it.
Yeah, so then it will be a 5-lap restart.
Oof. 5-lap sprint in the sprint. Half the field on soft compound tyres. Half the field on old medium compound tyres. Race winner could be Novalak. Wow.
That would be insane, though. And Dragovic as well, the championship leader, going for this gamble.
Is the safety car coming in this lap? No, it's not. The safety car's going to continue for another. Well, that's stupid. Why that? Well, why we?
It's such a long lap
Yeah.
under the safety car.
The track was clear ages ago. Race Direction have dropped the ball here to keep the safety car for another lap. They really have. Now that's going to be 4 laps of racing only. Maybe
Oh wait,
3.
is doing pit. Did I see that wrong?
5 to
I think I
go.
did.
So we're going to have a 4-lap race. Is doing in the pits? No,
saw
doing
that.
is in the pits.
Yeah, he just took a wide line.
Yeah, probably trying to take more tyre temperature. So Dragovic has got no points. Pocher's going to get 4. And it's a big gamble from those on the softs if they're going to last the race distance. 4 laps. And they've already done 2 at low temperature. They should be okay. Those on the mediums are already struggling. Let's hear from Novalak.
Teammate.
For your information, Felipe is behind you with fresh option. Yeah, copy. Yeah, Ethan alive.
So basically, do not let him past. Sorry, just let him past. Let him past. I've dropped the rest of my coffee on the floor, but luckily it was already empty. I was just checking the can to see if there's anything left. But
Right, so
there we go.
team orders in Formula 2.
Yes, yeah. Basically, safety cars in this lap, by the way. It should have been the end of the previous lap because there was no lap cars. So I think Novalak will let Dragovic through at the line, and then Dragovic can just set off for the last 4 laps because we've got 5 to go now. The end of this will be 4, so it's race on.
I don't like that though. Why would he have to let him through? He's on the soft as well. He's a chance.
Is Novalak on the soft? Did he pit? I'm checking now.
He was on the soft. I'm not sure if he started on the soft now, right?
Where is he? Here we go. Did Novalak come into the pit lane? Safety car deployed. Dragovic, Hauger, Nazani, Williams, Vesti, Cordial, Sato, Zendelli, Calderon in the pits. Novalak did not pit onto soft tyres. He's still in the mediums. He's still in mediums. That is what
then
it
makes sense.
Yeah, I've just looked on the laptop. So it's the top 11 who are on old medium and the bottom 9 who are on soft compound tyres. And the safety car needs to let them go now at Stavolo, and it is now doing so. Lawson becomes the safety car now. Game on.
Yeah, this is going to be a very interesting restart. No DRS, of course, for the first 2-3 laps.
And 13 minutes to go. Let's hear from Dragovic.
We expect about 4 seconds per lap faster than the prime.
Ooh.
Let's see.
Wow.
Okay, Dragovic is going to win this, isn't he?
It looks like it.
He's going to do what Leclerc did back in Bahrain in 2016. Just launch ahead of everybody. Okay, here we go. Lawson leads them. No overtaking until the green flag line, which is the control line. Look at this already. 2 ones all over the back. Dragovic is ready to pass Novalak. 4-lap sprint then here at Spa. Anything can happen. Green flag. Race on again. Lawson leads the way. Bosch on the way. Look at this from Dragovic. He's already getting, but Lawson's got a great restart again.
Absolutely. Lawson just got an incredible launch. Bosching just was sleeping or something. He didn't know what to do. And there, Dragovic passes Novalak, or just getting let through by Novalak. So now we're going to see how much pace does he have compared to the others.
He's got 10 places to make up before he hits the leader as well. Vips, Fittipaldi as well. Hauger's past Novalak as well as they come through. Rouge at the top of the hill at Radion as well. How much pace has that MP Motorsport car got with Dragovic as we head down the couple straight? Look, he's already on the back already at the same time of Yuri Vips. Pulls to the outside line. Novalak's under pressure as well for the back. Vips stays on the outside line. They make contact and off the track at high speed as well. Rejoins without the curbs. Goes Dragovic and he gets ahead of Vips, but surely he'll have to let him through. Well, has Vips got a problem? Vips has got a problem because he's dropping down. Here comes Hauger on the inside, down to Ravage.
Yeah, Hauger's got on the softer tires as well, but surely Dragovic has to get him through again.
I think he does. He has to. He gained the position. Yeah, he's letting
He
through.
does.
Yeah. Well, that's hampered.
Oh, now we gotta watch out.
Yeah, let's listen.
Watch out for Hauger.
You have to give back the position.
Yeah, give back the position. So Vips to 10th, Djokovic to 11th, and I don't think this strategy is going to work out because now he can't get through. He's not going to get through. He's burning up his tyres. And look, Hauger's right in the back of him as well. This hasn't worked the way he wanted to. It's not going to help anything because he's going to be so slow. Djokovic to the inside, down at Stabilo, and gets the move done. Blimey.
Yeah, he's clearly faster, but is he fast enough to get to the lead?
Well, he's lost
There's
a
many
lap.
battles behind.
He's lost a lap here already. Look at that. Look how slow the medium compound tyres are as Hauger tries to send it right round the inside of Yuri Vips. That's coming through Blanchimon. Oh, my goodness me. They're side by side. Oh, good.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Not again.
Hauger backed out of it. Blimey, that was a scary moment. And now Hauger's going to go to the outside of the bus stop as well. Takes the position away from Vips. Nearly chops off the front wing for good measure. 3 laps to go. Dragovic is past Fittipaldi already. He's past Fittipaldi already. Dragovic is on fire down here as Nazani passes Vips as well. Vesti passes Zendelli. And now, back on the inside, look further back as well. That's Cordial under pressure as well. Contact everywhere around this track as well already. This is insane.
Yeah, because the medium tires are so much slower, everyone get backed up at each other. Oh, we're gonna see some side-by-sides already on a rouge.
Oh, side-by-side
Novalak.
rouge. That's going to be tight. That's going to be really, really tight. Novalak flies off the road. He cut the corner. Thank God there's a room at the top of the hill to do that now. Otherwise, there would have been a huge accident in a rouge. And we've still got side-by-side. Dragovic passes Awasa on the inside line. Vesti passes Zendelli as well on the inside. And Nizani does pass Callum Williams. Sato passes Novalak. And, well, let's take a look at Djokovic as well on that pass at Lecombe.
Yeah, well, he was already past here, and he's got so much more grip. He can easily brake much later. So I'm sure Djokovic's goal is going to be to get ahead of Pucher.
Yeah, has to. And look, he's already in the back of David Beckman now. Vesti passes Novalak. So Novalak's dropped down. Look how much faster Djokovic is as well. He's right on the back of Beckman. He might even make the move at the exit of Pouon coming in towards Fania. He's going to do that now. Is he going to save the inside line? He's going to go on the outside of Fania. Brilliant move. Felipe Djokovic is just showing everybody up on those new soft tyres. He's doing a Leclerc.
Yeah, absolutely. He is so much quicker. Now he's behind Armstrong. It's just, I think he's going to get him in the chicane already.
2.4 seconds. Lawson is now 3 seconds. Lawson is pulled out to Boschong as well at the moment. Dragovic is 7 seconds away from Lawson, but on these tyres, he's 2 seconds a lap faster with 2 laps to go. He only gained 4 seconds. I think Lawson might just have this unless he runs into any problems as well. But Dragovic has got to clear Armstrong before the end of this lap on the inside line, coming towards the bus stop. It's so much more grip, he can't do it. Armstrong's going to stay away from him, so Dragovic's going to have to do it down to La Source and then set off quickly after Poitiers, which is directly ahead of him, but that might not be a problem.
Yeah, and there are going to be so much battles behind as well, because it's just a mixed up grid compared with the tires. Here's got to go down the inside, later braking. It's going to be a pretty easy move for Djokovic here. Into turn 1, he's already ahead.
And Poitiers directly ahead of him. Poitiers directly ahead of him now, so Djokovic goes to P6. And now the racing can continue as Vips has dropped down to 15th place, passed by Williams and Sato. Cordial goes to 18th, Zendelli down to 19th place now, as well as Boschong's under pressure from Duan as well as they come down the Kemmel Straight. And Dragovic is hounding down now. And look how much faster he is. He's closing that gap down again. Gap now 6 seconds to Lawson as well. But as it stands, Dragovic will extend his lead in the championship now to 22 points in the standings.
Yeah, he's close to Pucher. He's nearly going to get past. It's the penultimate lap of the race, though. Can he still get maybe a podium? He would like to, but it's going to be very difficult in these final 2 laps.
Yeah, he's 6 tenths behind Poitiers, who is 5 tenths behind Verschoor, and then 1.5 seconds behind Duan. So unless the medium tyres just drop off completely, I think Djokovic might struggle to get into... he might finish 5th at best in this race, because maybe 4th. Just getting ahead of Verschoor, depending on how quickly there's Verschoor, there's Poitiers, there is Dragovic just behind him. So he's sort of in the way at the moment as they come through the Fania chicane once again. We're coming up to the last lap of the race, though, here at Spa-Francorchamps in the F2 sprint race.
Yeah, but if anyone's going to fight Dragovic, it's going to be Pucher. So he's got to watch out.
Game on, race on then. Time is of the essence. It's ticking away here Well, 7 minutes left, but it's Djokovic who wants to get ahead of Pocher, needs to get ahead of Pocher, and he might just do so coming towards the bus stop. This is crucial for the F2 Championship. Djokovic is so much faster than Pocher. Going to go to the inside into the bus stop, and can he make the move? He's going to be late on the brakes. Pocher sees him coming, nothing he can do. Djokovic goes into 5th position as we start the last lap. That was brilliant and crucial for the championship.
Absolutely. So now he's ahead of his championship rival. He's going to gain even more points on him. And he builds behind as well. What can Pocher do? Can he sort of fight back? It's going to be very difficult for him. As Zandelli got a 5-second time penalty for track limits.
Well, that puts pay to his afternoon then, doesn't it, already? It's where is he at the moment then, Zandelli? Already down in that 18th position, yeah. Djokovic might just have the shore here. He's got the DRS on the run down the Camel straight down towards the con once again. Pulls it in, and Jack Doohan's going for second against Boschung. Going to pull him around the outside, and Jack Doohan takes second away from Boschung as Verschoor holds off against Djokovic. Not for long. Djokovic looks around the outside into Malmedy. Not going to work there. He's going to have to go to the inside. Coming into Rivage, and he's done him. He's done him. Djokovic to 4th.
Wow, you don't usually overtake there. That's an incredible move from Djokovic there.
I'm running out of superlatives. The second half of this race has been fantastic since Sargent crashed as well. So much more action. So really is a race of two halves, this F2 sprint race right now. As Lawson 3.9 seconds ahead of Doohan. Lawson has saved those medium tyres perfectly and has perfectly kept this race alive for himself as well. It's going to be his 3rd win of the season, his 3rd sprint race win of the season as well. He's never won a feature, only won sprints, and here he is now coming at the back of Curve de Porphyre towards Blanchimont. What a race. Into the last couple of corners as well. Into the braking zone for the last corner. For the 3rd time this year, it's going to be Liam Lawson to win on the Saturday in the sprint race. Once, twice, 3 times a sprint winner. Liam Lawson wins by 3.9 seconds to Doohan as well. Boschung will be in 3rd, Dragovic 4th, Verschoor 5th, Pocher 6th, Armstrong 7th, Beckman 8th, Owasso 9th and Hauger 10th. Nazani 11th, Sato 12th, Fittipaldi 13th, Vips 14th and Vesti taking 5th place. The top 3 will go on a cool down lap. The rest will filter into the F2 support pit lane. What a race that was, since in the second half everything came alive.
Yeah, it really did because of the safety car. And yeah, that really changed the whole race. Incredible.
Yeah.
So we'll see it's for the full race tomorrow in the sprint.
Let's hear it from Lawson.
Yeah. Great drive. Yeah, good job, guys. Oh, the car was so hooked up. That was honestly a dream. Thank you to everyone.
One car in
yeah, not bad at the moment. So, just coming through, let's confirm the finishing order because they're going to be on this cool-down lap for a while. It's Liam Lawson who takes victory, 2nd for Jack Doohan, 3rd for Ralph Boschung, 4th for Felipe Djokovic, 5th for Richard Verschoor, 6th Theo Pocher, 7th Marcus Armstrong, 8th David Beckman, 9th Owasso, 10th Dennis Hauger. Let's hear from Doohan.
Beautiful, man. Enormous race. Great job, brother, and see you in F1. Amazing job, man. Great job.
Cheers, boys. Yeah, that was fun. Yeah, awesome job. Yeah, we did an excellent race. That was more than we could ask for. It was a very good race. So let's enjoy it.
Jack Doohan.
Not a bad race there as well. In 11th is Roy Nazani, 12th Marino Sato, 13th Enzo Fittipaldi, 14th Joey Vips, 15th Frederick Vesti, 16th Callum Williams, 17th Clement Novalak, 18th Emil Cordial, 19th Tatiana Calderon, and 20th for Larim Zandelli as well. 21st for Logan Sargent, 22nd Johan Jeruvala. There's the results on the screen, but we've already talked about that. So what did you make of the race? We may as well talk because we're on a quick off after the podium.
Well, yeah, surely the moment of the race was the safety car, which completely changed everything. And I think just the gamble of the guys who went onto the softs was beautiful, and from Djokovic especially, P4. Oh, wow, well done. I think he was 11, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Before the restart. So he just, yeah, it's incredible how he did that. 7 places gained in just 5 laps. 4 laps, I think even.
4, yeah, because the safety car didn't come in for that last 5th lap as well, when we thought we were going to have a better sprint towards the end. It never happened, thank you very much, race director. As well, as we see the confirmation of the results there. And this is going to be very entertaining as the cars are coming through. Stabilo now. Thing is though, if the F2 guys are going into the F2 paddock, why couldn't we just let the F2 cars go, the top 3, go reverse in the pit lane? Because these guys have all got motors. Just wait a second and let everyone go back. Let the top 3 goes backwards down the main pit lane, so make them do another 7 kilometers around this track. It doesn't make sense. Here's Boschong's radio.
Weeks ago, I still couldn't move much, and now we're on the podium in Belgium. Holy.
Yeah, Boschong couldn't move, and now he's finished 3rd here in Belgium. That's an incredible comeback to be on the podium.
Definitely. Very well done.
He's done a Schumacher.
Incredible
there.
drive.
Yeah. Oh, beautiful, beautiful drive. F3 tomorrow is 8:45 if you're in Europe, 7:45 a.m. if you're in the UK. So it's going to be an early one again. Thank you very much, Fom. Then at 9 o'clock, earlier than usual as well. I think 9:25, something or other. It's the F2 feature, and then at 2 o'clock as well, usual time. We're on here 1 o'clock British Summer Time for the pre-show. 2 o'clock British Summer Time, the race starts. That's 3 o'clock in Europe as well, the Belgian Grand Prix. We've got the 3 touring car races coming tomorrow as well. Streams for those will be put up tonight. For the Quick Fit British Touring Car Championships as well, rounds 22, 23 and 24 from Thruxton. Myself, Josh Plays, and I think Tom Dillon joining me in the comms box for that as the safety car comes in. Liam Lawson though finally makes it to victory circle, and we'll hear what he has to say. I don't think we will actually, because we're on such a delay here that there won't be any interviews, I don't think, with the top 3, and we'll go straight to the podium so that everyone can finish for the night. And certainly I can go and have a barbecue as Jack Doohan's, Mick Doohan there just walking out the way of Liam Lawson, there to celebrate with Jack, of course, getting 2nd, and Mick's going to be very, very happy with this. Big smile on his face. Here's the championship though. Djokovic now leads on 187 points. Pocher is on 162 synths, so it's changed again to favour Djokovic.
Yeah, absolutely. It's going to be very difficult for Pocher, but there's still quite a lot of races to go this season, so he cannot turn around. We've seen it in the past. It can easily just get a lot of crashes for Djokovic, and it can completely change it around. That's why Formula 2 is unpredictable.
Always is. As there's Jack Doohan celebrating with his family as well, and all those down there. Ralph Boschong is here as well, limping still, but looking incredibly good that he's got a podium as well in 3rd position. Amazing job from him here as well today. From pole position, finished 3rd, and congratulations as well from Liam Lawson as they get held up there. Jack has then more celebrations with all these teams. Of course, an Alpine driver. Is he going to be driving for F1 next year for Alpine if they can't get Oscar Piastri as well, and they can't get Danny Ricciardo for whatever reason? Jack Doohan is in a prime seat to be promoted to F1, and not many people are talking about Jack Doohan, but he's in the puzzle. He's definitely in the puzzle to take that seat. I think he might. He's not ready just yet, but I think he's got a decent shot if he's thrown on the deep end now. He's got as better shot as anybody actually at this current stage. Who do you think will get that Alpine seat? Oh, 2 seconds. Laura Winter is standing by with Liam Lawson, our race winner. So we're going to head down to to Laura Winter and Liam Lawson.
Liam Lawson, congratulations, a sprint race here, and you got it done on lap 2, didn't you, with that overtake straight out in front, and you didn't look back, but there was a lot going on behind you.
Yeah, it was quite an eventful race, I think, behind. Also at the start for me, I had a really, really good launch. We only have 1 lap to the grid this time instead of 2, so the tyre teams for all of us were really low, and I was lucky to get a good a good start, and the car was just rapid, honestly. Really, really hooked up, so obviously positives for tomorrow as well.
And when it all closed up again under safety car, what was going through your mind, especially with, I'm sure you heard, Felipe Drugovich on the softs with the most inspired charge through the pack?
Yeah, I was devastated when the safety car came out because we were in a pretty good position at that point. And it sort of gives everyone a chance to reset, obviously cool the tyres. But honestly, on the restart, the car was straight away good again. I was watching the screens around the whole track, trying to look for Felipe to see where he was. But luckily, it was enough.
Valuable points in the standings as well, because it's so close between P4 and P10, just 15 points in it.
Yeah, it's nice to make up some points. Obviously, the season's not gone exactly how we planned, so hopefully we can continue this and finish off strongly.
Well, congratulations today.
Thank
Your sprint race winner, Liam Lawson. And Jack Doohan coming in now from P7 to P2 with a late overtake as well on Ralph to get up to that second step on the podium. Just talk us through that race from your point of view.
Different than expected. The limitation wasn't what we were thinking, so managing the tyre came at a bit of a different point because we were then having to do the opposite of what we planned to do. But yeah, decent start, very slippery, as Liam said, one lap to the grid, so it makes it a little bit more difficult to generate that tyre temperature. But we did a good job, able to get away well up in the fourth on lap one, which helped, and then 2 clean overtakes to get to P2.
Another podium for you as well, and you were actually level on points with Liam coming into this, and as I said to him, it's really close, isn't it, between P4 and P10 in these F2 standings, so this is important for you, isn't it, getting points here?
Yeah, for sure, it's good capitalising on pace like we have today, the big ones tomorrow, so we hopefully can have another good race tomorrow, but yeah, Liam and Carlin obviously did an exceptional job today, so hats off to them, and hopefully it's our turn tomorrow.
Great stuff. Thank you very much. Congratulations to you, Jack Doohan, P2. And in P3, you were out of Formula 2. You've not raced since Baku. Back in and straight back onto the podium. Can you sum up your emotions for me right now?
Yeah, I'm kind of speechless, to be honest. I didn't really expect that coming here. Obviously, I struggled with a serious neck injury, and maybe it was a little bit too early, I thought, to come back for Spa, but I think it was the right call because now we're on the podium.
You're on the podium. It must mean a lot to you, this result. Tomorrow, starting P10, I guess this gives you confidence knowing that physically you're in this and you're able to get the job done.
Yeah, I think, well, I was a little bit on the edge at the end physically, but, you know, the car is super quick, so I think tomorrow we can have a good race.
Great stuff. It's good to see you back. Thank you so much. Congratulations, Ralph Boschen, P3 in the F2 sprint race.
Thanks, Laura. And now they'll head up to the podium in a cool-down room as well, and then we'll have the podium ceremonies, and then, as usual, we'll get ready to go. And I'm literally going to have to run out of this commentary box as well. I've got to be at an event by 7 because Friends is holding an event where we're watching the KSI fight this evening. And they need my laptop, and my laptop's here. And the house is going to take about 10 minutes for me to get there, so it'll be a quick sprint. But it's quite easy to get there. It should be fine. Really is actually really easy to get there as well. I don't know why I'm fussing all that much, to be fair. But it's going to be a fun strategy. And moment of the race then, Synth, as well. It was interesting. It was fun. And hopefully tomorrow's just going to be just as fun. But God, the first half was boring, wasn't it? Oh, Mike Lawson.
Oh, hello?
Hello, we can hear you. We can hear you now. Yes.
Yeah.
I was just saying
Can you
that.
repeat it?
Yeah. Which one was the most boring part of the race for you? We've actually the best bit. What's the most boring?
Yeah, obviously before the safety car, it was quite boring to say. Yeah, obviously races can't be boring because you can't expect anything any moment. Life is never boring, but yeah. After the safety car, it just completely changed with the decisions for some drivers to go into the soft tires, which created a lot of battles, which was a lot of fun.
Safety car, breeding, safety cars, and again delivering a load of interesting comments. We'll have the top 3 interviews shortly as well. As it's taking a lot longer to close this race down than what it usually does. Come on, guys. So let's give it
Tomorrow is going to be a great day, isn't it?
Oh.
So it's
sunshine.
Formula 3.
Yeah.
I can't imagine Formula 3 being boring here on the circuit. So,
that's it.
Did you ever like go a bit offline?
A little bit in water.
Watching the start now.
Well, my start was good again.
we started. Too good.
Yeah, what are you doing? Do you want to share? Because it's been like a secret all season.
It's amazing. I mean, it's insane. Never did handbrake.
The old handbrake. Watching Sargent's crash now. Now into the bus stop on the restart. Now
I
watching.
thought he was going to get us on softs. I was actually concerned, yeah.
Ah, he was on the option.
Yeah. Did they not tell you?
No.
I was like trying to get updates every lap.
They didn't tell Ralph Bosch on, he was on the option tyres. But that was Djokovic.
And to be fair, luckily I had to get past you then. Lucky I got...
Yeah.
The things you hear from a top three in the cool-down room, hey Synth, that was interesting. They didn't tell Ralph Boschung that Felipe Djokovic was on option tyres. And he was catching him. 6/10s at the line.
It's quite surprising. I didn't see that coming. Like, why wouldn't they? It's quite a big moment in the race.
Fair point, yeah. Liam Lawson
Maybe
then.
to keep some pressure off him.
Yeah. Liam Lawson from New Zealand, 20 years old. His third sprint race win of the year. Ralph Boschung left, coming back after injury. His first race since Baku on the podium. A fantastic achievement for him. Second place for Jack Doohan as well. The Australian. A lot of support there. Yeah, I don't think Ralph Boschung knew he was on the constructors' podium, not the third place podium. And then Liam Lawson, to the applause of everybody, takes the race win. He'll get on. Carling take the constructors. And now we'll hear the New Zealand national anthem. Liam Lawson takes victory here for the F2 sprint, and it's two. It's an Australian in second place. It's a New Zealander who takes the race win. Not a bad way to go around it here today. Lawson wins for the third time this year and the third sprint victory. Jack Doohan will be in second position. The Constructors' Trophy though presented to Carling as well. Well done, Carling. Great job there today. Jack Doohan, it will be for Venturosi Racing, second place on the podium as well, the Aussie. And a massive round of applause for Ralph Boschung, back for the first time after his accident where he couldn't move for about 3 months. He's back now, and he is on the podium on return. That is something special, really, really special. And now, it'll be champagne time for the F2 sprint. The celebrations begin. Carmen plays, and the sprint race concludes. Do it all again tomorrow, though, with the F2 feature with the big points on offer. And Djokovic is on pole for that one. Who do you think will win tomorrow, Synth?
Djokovic.
I agree. I completely agree. Thanks for your company tonight, Synth. I'll see you again tomorrow morning, bright and early. So everyone who's viewed us today as well, hopefully you've enjoyed the new look coverage with the audio in the background. We'll see you tomorrow when Formula 2 returns. But for today, it's Liam Lawson, victorious, Jack Doohan second, and Ralph Boschung third. Thanks for your company. See you tomorrow. Good night to you all.